Very good morning, dear student. Today we are discussing about the eigenvalue and Euler representation. So this is very important topic of the complex number. You have already learned some properties of the complex number, and also we see how this can be written in the standard form. So next is important topic. So you can see what is the meaning of the eigenvalue and for the representation of the complex number. So as we know that in the coordinate geometry we have Cartesian system. Here x-axis and here y-axis, they are meet at the point origin. And in our classes, you already see that for each point of the plane that represent a corresponding points or coordinate of the point. So you can consider any point in the plane with the coordinate and x and y, or every point of the plane must have unique coordinate, or each point of the coordinate system represent their unique position. According to that, we can find, or with the help of coordinate of point, we can find the position of the points here. So similarly, we can say if we represent these in the system of a, like we are saying complex number as a plus iota b. So this can be also written as ordered pair a comma b. We have to write each complex number as in the form of this. Like you can say, suppose our point P have coordinate 1, 2. So corresponding complex number will be 1 plus 2 iota. If we have point in the pen P2 at 0, here you can take in second quadrant you take minus 2, 3. So complex number corresponding you can be written at minus 2 plus 3 iota. Similarly, if any point lie on x-axis, so its coordinate is generally 2 or 0. Y-axis is 0. So corresponding complex number is defined then 2 plus iota 0. So what we say? We say that here every complex number can be represented in Cartesian system. Here every complex number can be represented as the coordinate of the Cartesian system. So in this way you can say this plane having a complex number assigned is known as the eigenplane or complex plane. This is called as a complex plane or eigenplane. So what the complex plane or eigenplane? The plane which represents the complex number. Or in other words, you can say every point of the eigenplane represent a unique complex number, or vice versa, every complex number uniquely represented on the eigenplane. Clear? So here we can say the distance of the point P. Here we call this is again origin, and this OP P have coordinate x, y. So corresponding complex number will be x plus iota y. So you know the modulus of this. Mod of that is root of x square plus y square. Root of x square plus y. So this is the modulus means distance. So this can be also say as x square plus y square. This is the OP. So we can say modulus of the complex number represent the distance of any point from the origin. Correct? So we may also represent the coordinate in Argand plan for P and X and Y, origin as 0, 0. And if you want to write corresponding complex number, then this will be Z1 equal to X plus iota Y, and here if you write, then this is 0 plus iota 0. So each number or coordinate can be represented as a complex number. Now already we say any point lie on the x-axis, then you can say this 2 plus iota, or y then a 0 plus 2 iota. So every point of this can be represented in the Argand plane. So now one more thing here, the x-axis we are considering as a real part. Here x plus iota y, 0, 0 plus iota y, minus 2, 3, coordinate of P2. So this is x-axis y. So we write here z equal to minus 2 plus 3 iota. That's why we call x-axis as a real and y-axis as imaginary plane. X-axis as the real axis you may call, and y-axis as imaginary axis. Okay? So one more thing is there, the representation of a complex number and its conjugate. Suppose we are given a point P, X, Y. So we know that complex number Z is given as x plus iota y. Then its conjugate, that is z bar, can be represented as x minus iota y. In previous slide, they already say that z is the complex number, then its conjugate will be z bar. So in Argand plane, we can represent here P x y, then you know that in the same position with the same distance, we have x minus y. So these 2 points are the mirror image of each other. This is P, then this is P dash. So when we are representing a complex number and its conjugate, both are mirror image of each other. X-axis as a mirror if you consider, then this will be image of this one, or vice versa. So conjugate number of complex is the mirror image. So this is about the Argand plane and the. Now we see polar representation. What is the meaning of the polar representation? So here again we represent a complex number in Argand plane. This is the Argand plane, real axis, and this is imaginary axis. X-axis we call as a real axis and y as a imaginary axis. Now you can take any point P, X, Y and join with the O. So already we say z equal to x plus iota y mod of z, that is OP, equal to root of x square plus y. So this distance is x square plus y square, its root. Clear? Now we are saying the polar representation. So let the directed line OP be the length of R. Suppose we take this is the R, this is the directed line, and suppose this OX is the initial line. So after some time it will be at this point. So we have an angle here, theta. This OP have direction with x-axis as the theta. So this line OP makes with the positive direction of x-axis. So the point is uniquely determined. Now this point P is a uniquely determined. So there are two properties, R and theta. Initially in coordinate or Argand plane, we can say P is uniquely determined by the x and y coordinate. Now I am saying that this theta means how much it will be direction with the positive. So this point P can be also uniquely defined with the P of r theta, and this is known as polar coordinate. Polar coordinate of point P. So initially we are saying Pxy as the coordinate in the algebra of system, partition system. You know this is the coordinate of the point. Now we know this is a polar. Polar means we are given the length of this OP and we are given the theta or angle associated with it. So whenever this point P is changing, corresponding there is a change in the value of r and theta. Suppose point P is at this P dash, then r is changed. Suppose this point P is here, then theta will change. So that's why we can say every point of the arcane plane can be represented in the form of polar coordinate. So what is the polar coordinate? When we are given the value of r and theta, that is known as the polar coordinate of the complex numbers. So here we have two types of a coordinate system, one arcane and one polar. Arcane means you have simply x, y, and r. In the polar representation, we can take r and theta. And this origin now we call as a pole. This is the pole. O is represented as a pole. Initially in arcane plane we called it is a origin. Now suppose we take x equal to, now this x equal to, if you put r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. If you are considering x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. So z, what is z? Z we are saying x plus iota y. Now z will convert into x is r cos theta plus iota into y. Y is r sin theta. So z equal to r, if you take comma, this is cos theta plus iota sin theta. So now this complex number is represented in the polar form. So this is known as polar representation of complex numbers. Polar form, what is polar form? Z equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta. What is r? That is the modulus of the complex number. Theta, that is angle formed by this OP with the positive direction of the x-axis. This is clear? Here we called also this separately write here r, that is mode of z, is equal to x square plus y square, and this is modulus of z, or you can say mod z, and theta is called as a amplitude or argument. You may call argument of complex number, or it is also called as amplitude. Argument or amplitude. The new word you have to see, amplitude, theta equal or argument. Okay. So mode of z equal to r. Now later on we also find this value of z by theta by from this. If you divide both, you get the value of theta. Like if you divide this y divided by x, so r sin theta upon r cos theta. So y by x equal to tan theta. So theta equal to tan inverse y by x. So what is theta? means we can change polar form into complex general form, or complex general form can be represented by the polar form. Now secondly, you can say the theta may be any angle for any interval. This will be removed, so we can say from theta greater than equal to 0 or less than equal. Complete one run. According to that, the position of the point will change. Suppose point P is here, then theta will be a point. Point P changing the position. Here P is given, then we can say the direction of this will be like this, and theta will be, and this is that. So theta is more than 90, here theta is less than 90, more than 90. If P is here, then theta is more than 180, and more is here, more than 270. So in this way, depending upon the complex number, the value of theta and r is changing. Clear? So generally we are taking the theta from minus pi to plus pi, that is called principal argument. Principal argument. What is the principal argument? If theta lies between minus pi to plus pi, then it is called as principal argument. Clear? So this is all about the arguments and so represent the complex number. Represent the complex number z equal to 1 plus iota root 3 in the polar form. In the polar form. So we have to write this given complex number in the polar form. So here solution is right, z equal to 1 plus iota root 3. Clear? So we compare with, now in general we are saying that polar form is r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. This is the polar form. We have to write this form, and this is already given. So both are same complex number. So you compare real part with the real. So here r cos theta equal to 1. This is real part of polar form, r cos theta. Here real part of the given number, so 1. Then imaginary part of the polar form, r sin theta, imaginary part of the given, and r sin theta equal to root. Now our work is only to find out the r and theta. Only two values we have to find out. So how we can find? We have to taking square and adding to remove the or eliminate the r. So squaring and adding. This is the easy method. That's why we are using. You may find other method also. So left side square, add with the left side square, and right side square, add with the right side square. So here r square on the left side we take common. So in the bracket left here, sin square theta plus cos square theta. On the right hand side we have 1 square, that is 1, root 3 square, that is 3. So as you know the first identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta 1. So we get r square equal to 4. Now r equal to plus minus 2. But we are not taking as a minor because r is a modular, that is always positive. Value of r, because r is the length of OP. So you should take always r as a positive number. So r equal to 2. Now we have to find the value of theta. That is also very important. We put r equal to 2 in equation 3rd and 4th. In these two equations, we put the value of r and that should be satisfied according to the theta. So here r means 2 cos theta equal to 1. Here r means 2 sin theta equal to root 3. So cos theta value is 1 by 2, sin theta is root 3 by 2. Now we again take the argand plane or polar form. The value of theta will lie in which quadrant? That we have seen in chapter 3rd. The sine is a positive and cos is positive. The quadrant in which both are positive is first quadrant. Good. It means our theta is in first. Now secondary option, at what angle? Value of sine is root 3 by 2. At the same angle, cos will be 1 by 2. At what angle? You know the trigonometry table. At 60 degrees. Good. So we get theta equal to 60 means pi by 3 degrees. So this is clear how you have to find the theta. Value of theta will be such that we satisfy both conditions, not only one. This equation and this equation will be fully satisfied by the theta, and that is our amplitude. So we reach at our target. What is our target? We need z equal to this. So polar form of z equal to 1 plus iota root 3 is what? Z equal to r, you can take common. So cos theta plus iota sin theta. Now you know already value of r is 2. Cos theta is pi by 3. Sin pi by 3. So this is the required answer. 2 into cos pi by 3 plus iota sin pi by 3. This is known as polar form of the 1 plus iota into root 3. Convert the complex number minus 16 upon 1 plus iota root 3 into polar form. So here you can say minus 16 upon 1 plus iota root 3, which is not in the standard form. What is our standard form? A plus iota b. So first of all we have to convert it into standard form by rationalizing this. We have already seen previous exercise. So here z equal minus 16 into 1 minus iota root A, and here A plus B into A minus B. So A square minus B square. So minus 16 minus minus plus 16 root 3 iota. In the denominator 1 square 1 minus iota square, that is minus 1 plus root 3 square 3. So we get minus 16 plus 16 root 3 iota upon 4. So you divide by 4. So minus 4 plus 4 root 3 iota. So this is the standard form. We get finally minus 4 plus iota 4 root 3. So we compare minus 4 plus iota 4 root 3 with r cos theta plus iota sin theta. This is our polar form. This is given form. We have to compare both. Again, as similar previous one, real part with the real. So here r cos theta equal to minus 4 and r sin theta equal to 4 root 3. This is equation 1 and this is 2. So similar process we have to follow after writing in the standard form r cos theta and r sin theta. Then squaring and then adding equation 1 and 2. So we get left side square with the left side square, r square sin square theta plus r square cos square. Now right side square, that is minus 4 square with the right side square. So one way right, r square is a common, sin square theta plus cos square theta. Minus 4 square, that is 16, 4 square, that is 16 into 3. So you will add 16 plus 48. So r square value is 1 and this is 64. 8, 14, 1, 5, 6. So we get here r equal to plus minus 8 or r equal to 8 as it is a modular. So we take positive value of the r. So in this way we get the value of r. Now our work is to find the value of theta. So we put r equal to 8 in equation 1 and 2. Putting the value of r equal to 8 in equation 1 and 2. So that is 8 cos theta equal to minus 4, 8 sin theta equal to 4 root. So from this you get the values of cos theta minus 4 by 8, values of sin theta 4 root 3 by 8. So what finally we get cos theta and minus 1 by 2 and sin theta and root 3 by 2. Now here again you can identify the point will lie in which quadrant. Sin is a positive and cos is negative. So all after add sugar to, so here sin is positive and cos is negative. So point P will be in the second quadrant. So we get second quadrant. Now at what angle the value of sin theta is root 3 by 2 and value of cos theta is 1 by 2. So that I already we see in previous one. At pi by 3 sin pi by 3 root 3 by 2. But we take negative. That's why we take theta in second quadrant. So second quadrant means pi plus So pi minus, this is pi minus pi by 3. So our theta will be pi minus pi by 3, or it is 2 pi by 3. Calcium simplify. Why we take this pi minus this? Because we want to in second quadrant. So second quadrant we total pi minus theta. What theta? That gives you the sine and root 3 by 2 cos and 1 by 2. Minus will be due to pi. Clear? So we get both the values theta and r. Hence polar form of given complex number is z equal to r. R means 8, cos theta means 2 pi by 3 plus iota sin theta means 2 pi by 3. So in different situation only you should know the sign of the coordinate system or which trigonometry ratio at what angle, what value will be there. This is very important. Whatever we see in the trigonometry, this is also important in the case of the complex number. Clear? So that is all about this. You can practice more and continue with us. So you get some more problem and important and interesting topic. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Stay connected.